Prince Harry's court case over security in the UK, explained. A two-day hearing is set to begin on Tuesday in London's Court of Appeal, as Harry challenges the government over his security protection in Britain. Share full article. Prince Harry's court case over security in the UK, explained. A two-day hearing is set to begin on Tuesday in London's Court of Appeal, as Harry challenges the government over his security protection in Britain. Listen to this article 528 min. Learn more. Share full article. Prince Harry during the Invictus Games in February in Vancouver, British Columbia. Part of the appeal hearings this week will be conducted in private because of the sensitive nature of evidence around security processes and risk assessments. Credit. Jennifer Gauthier, Reuters. By Lizzie Dearden. Reporting from London. April 8, 2025, 12:01 a.m. ET. On Tuesday, England's Court of Appeal will begin 2 days of hearings on Prince Harry's legal case over the withdrawal of publicly financed security for his family during their visits to the UK. After Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, announced they were stepping down from their royal roles and leaving Britain in 2020, an official committee decided that the couple would no longer be eligible for the police protection normally given to royal family members. Harry is challenging that decision. He lost a previous stage of the case in February last year, but a judge later granted him permission to appeal the ruling on limited grounds. The judge said that he was persuaded, although not without hesitation, that an appeal had a real prospect of success. 3 judges at London's Court of Appeal will hear arguments by Harry's lawyers that the decision to withdraw protection violated official policy. Part of the case will be conducted in private because of the sensitive nature of evidence around security processes and risk assessments, the court ruled. The case concerns a February 28, 2020, decision that Harry and Meghan would no longer qualify for publicly financed security protection in the UK, after they withdrew from their official roles and started a new life in Canada. In March 2020, they moved from Vancouver to California. The decision was made by a body called the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, known as RAVIC, which brings together government officials, the police and members of the royal household. RAVIC is responsible for making security arrangements for the royal family and other UK-based figures who are at particular risk from terrorism, obsessive behavior or other threats. During the first stage of Harry's case, heard at the High Court in London in 2022, his lawyers said that he had not known that the committee existed and had no opportunity to weigh in on its decision. After being told that discussions were taking place over his security provision, he wrote a letter to a government official expressing disbelief and concern. The letter, dated February 10, 2020, mentioned his mother, Princess Diana, who was killed in a 1997 car crash while she was being pursued by paparazzi in Paris. Harry argued that his family was at even greater risk because of additional layers of racism and extremism, and that security from the Metropolitan Police in London was essential. He wrote that he believed the lack of consultation could be some form of punishment for protecting my family and putting them first, an accusation the British government has denied. Harry launched his legal challenge in September 2021, arguing that RAVIC had violated its own policy by withdrawing publicly funded protection, that the committee had failed to consider key factors, and that it had not followed a fair process and was insufficiently transparent. In the first stage of the case, in July 2022, the court heard testimony that Harry offered to reimburse or proactively finance the cost of the security measures himself, but RAVIC decided that would be wrong, in principle. The Home Office told the court that the committee decided it was not appropriate for wealthy people to buy protective security such as armed police from the government, when it had already decided that the protection was not warranted on a publicly funded basis.